Maybe it's the freshness of spring and the shedding of the heavy winter months, but April always seems to signal a change in how I approach cooking. I find I feel more like throwing together a salad than a stew or roast of some sort. And inevitably, as all of the lovely summer things start making an appearance and the weather warms, I feel a renewed motivation to make some changes to my health. I have tried many different restrictive ways of eating over the years and have struggled for years with my weight. Over the last while, I've really been trying to readjust my focus in this area. Instead of focusing on being super restrictive, I've tried instead to say yes to a lot more nutritious things. More greens, more nutrients, more things my gut will appreciate, more things to give me energy and help me to feel satisfied longer. I'm a very visual person. When I was thinking about how I approach healthy eating, it occurred to me that if what I'm putting together is beautiful and visually appealing, I'm probably more likely to really enjoy it. While shopping in the city, I came across this collection of pottery that is fun and in the most perfect shade of green. I couldn't justify getting an entire setting, but I did think this would be a beautiful plate for making some grazing plates for lunch or for a beautiful salad. It might be silly, but it made it more enjoyable for me. I also realized that if I had a few easy things to grab from, I wouldn't feel quite as overwhelmed by the idea of having to make multiple meals for multiple people. Just a few minutes, and I have a beautiful grazing plate that feels special and not restrictive in the slightest. I've also had to work on finding some things to curb my sweet tooth. I really enjoyed these dates with a piece of dark chocolate and some pistachio spread. They were so delicious. It felt special, but it was still quite healthy. But I've also noticed that if I'm satisfied because I've had proper meals, I don't get as snacky, which is really a big help. It's also important for me to retrain the way I look at things that are indulgent. I don't need a treat every day, but I also want to be able to enjoy something special every now and then. If I focus on trying to eat well most of the time, then the occasional indulgence will be just that, an occasional thing, and I will be able to enjoy it without feeling guilty or as if I failed, and then continue on with focusing on eating well. Paul says in Philippians 4, verse 5a, "Let your moderation be known unto all men." 1 Corinthians 9, verse 25a, he also says, "And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things." Temperance and moderation are things I'm learning. Moderation goes both ways, though. Not too much, but also not too little. One of the other things I needed to address when it came to my eating habits was having a coffee first thing with my steamed milk and my maple syrup, and then often skipping breakfast. I still enjoy my coffee in the mornings while we all sit around and read our Bibles and things are quiet. But now I quickly blend up a smoothie I've prepared ahead of time to get something healthy in me before my coffee. Then, mid-morning, when I feel hungry, I will make myself a protein-heavy breakfast. The smoothie jars were something I had seen, so that every morning I don't need to pull 20 jars out. I just pre-make a few for the week. Each of these jars, once I add the almond milk and the kefir, is enough for my husband and I. I just wanted to pack in as many fiber-rich, nutrient-dense foods as I could. This was the goal. The more variety, the better. I've also been trying to be mindful of making sure that I stay more hydrated. I've started taking some Celtic salt with it to help with absorption. I keep it by the sink so it's handy, right beside my vitamins, so that they're convenient and easy for me to remember. O taste and see that the Lord is good. Blessed is the man that trusteth in him. Psalm 34, verse 8.